My name is John Green, and this is Crash Course History. Alright, today on Crash Course History, we'll be discussing World War I. World War I all began because of one man named Gabriel Pankert. Pankert was tasked with killing Archduke Ferdinand, and he successfully did that. After he successfully killed the Archduke, Hungary declared war on Serbia July 28, 1914, which then caused a giant snowball effect, and from that point on, Germany declares war on Russia and France in a short span of 2 days. And just one short day after they declared war, their troops invaded Belgium, August 4th, 1914, and 6 days later, Austria-Hungary invaded Russia. And then on September 9th, the Battle of Marne was fought, and it was the first battle in World War I. This was a battle between France and Germany, and the French and its allies ended up keeping Germany from pushing any further into France. Then February 18th, 1915, Germany began naval blockading Great Britain. Then after that, America joined the war, all because on May 7th, 1915, Germany decided to sink one of our commercial ships called the Lusitania. Then February 3rd, 1917, America, we severed all diplomatic ties with Germany, and on April 6, 1917, we declared war on Germany. Now, weapons and new invention played a major part in World War I, but I'm not the weapons expert here, so let's cut to someone who is.
Hello, and I'm Ernest Hemingway, and I'm here to talk to you about the weapons that were used in World War I. There were many machines that were made and created during World War I, such as tanks, weaponized planes, and submarines. They also had poisonous gases. To name a few of these gases, there was mustard gas, chlorine gas, and tear gas. These weapons could cause painful blisters or cause a victim's lungs to fill with fluid and effectively suffocate them. These poison gases caused 100,000 deaths in World War I. Another weapon that was used in World War I was flamethrowers. That's right, a flamethrower. Now you may ask, what in the world would a flamethrower be used for? It was used for clearing trenches, and it was very effective at it. Another weapon that was used in World War I was the Maxim machine gun, and they also used dogs to deliver messages from trench to trench. They also used a gauntlet dagger and trench raiding clubs. Those are used by both Ally and Axis powers. Some other weird and odd weapons that were used in World War I were flechettes, which were many arrows that were dropped out of planes by the thousands. They also used a periscope rifle, which was 2 mirrors in a rifle, and it would allow the shooter of the rifle to not have to stick his head out of the trench to see where he was aiming at. They also used crossbows, grenade catapults, anti-gas fans. Those were used by the British to get the gas out of the trenches, and they also used fake trees to spy on enemies in plain daylight, and only a few of these were found, so that was a very effective method. I would talk more about fun facts and other cool facts from the war, but that's Jordan's job. So, on to Jordan.
This episode's mystery item represented in this box is a sock, which, if we go into more detail, war is something that people normally speak about, but they don't normally speak about disease that comes from war. A disease from this war during the time was trench foot, because World War I was a trench-based war, and 70,000 soldiers nearly died from this disease. Trench foot is a disease that is obtained by having wet feet and unclean socks. Symptoms of trench foot would be itchiness, blood, peeling of the feet, and foot fungus. This disease is very deadly to soldiers because if a soldier has this disease, they cannot defend their base because their foot will be either too damaged to get up and fight back for the country, or either they would be sustained from an injury.
World War I ended in 1918, but technically it didn't end in 1921. It's because Germany signed an armistice in November 11, 1918, but the U.S. failed to ratify the treaty twice. But in the end, the U.S. signed separate treaties with Germany, Austria, and Hungary. In conclusion, World War I had so many negative effects on the world. For example, empires were destroyed, economies were destroyed, and families were destroyed. The Ottomans were no more after World War I, and the loss of human life was unfathomable at that point. A major effect of World War I was the Great Depression, which lasted a painstaking 120 months in U.S. history. All in all, that's all we have for today. This has been Crash Course. Thank you.